Marketing is the lifeblood of your business. And there's a lot of people out there that don't even know you exist. And if they don't know you, they can't flow you. Those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Matt Maggio. I am the creator of the Peak Method and founder of the Soft Tissue Revolution, where we teach massage therapists a new treatment system that focuses on working smarter, not harder, allowing them to cut their treatment times by 50% so they can stay healthier and help more people. I get a ton of people that reach out to me and they say, I know I need to market. I don't really know what to do. Maybe they've hired like an agency to do it. They don't know where to start. And then when they're afraid or just don't know what to do, they just don't do anything. At the end of the day, marketing is really just about awareness for people to know what you do and how you can help. And one of the quotes that I gave earlier from a guy named Grant Cardone, he said, if they don't know me, then they can't flow me. So that's all marketing is. It's just getting awareness out there about what you do. And there's so many awesome tools that we have now with social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Google. You can really get your message out there, but you have to actually do it. And understanding that marketing is truly just about awareness. A mentor said this to me, it's going on probably like 8 or 9 years ago. He said, there's someone out there crying themselves to sleep every night because they don't know that you exist or have access to your awesome care. So marketing, what do? First, you just start doing it. That's the biggest thing right there is you just got to start, because so many people get afraid about it. They start thinking like, oh, I look stupid, or I have a double chin, or I said a lot, or I said so a lot, or the lighting's bad and the filter's not right. And then they make all these excuses of why they don't do it. And the people that are suffering the most are the people that can actually get help from you. If you have a truly awesome set of skills, you have a duty and obligation to share that with people and let them know how you can help, how you can solve their problem. And what I wanted to include this week was just my first ever video I made going on, it's going on like eight years. It was right after I had this conversation with a mentor, and I went out there and I started making videos, just explaining what I do, how I can help. The lighting is awful. I didn't even look at the camera. I said a bunch of times. I was about 60, 70 pounds heavier than where I was. I was petrified to do it, but you know what? I made it, and that's when I started getting consistent. And I realized that marketing isn't just about like attracting new people. It's just getting them aware about what you do and allowing them to come into your sphere so you can start educating them about how you're a solution for their problem. So I'm going to link that video up if you want a good laugh.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matthew Maggio, owner of Peak Performance Sports Therapy, as you can tell by all the gear that I'm decked out in. This is going to be the first video in our series where you can ask a doctor the question about any problems you're having, any pain, diagnosis you may have, or anything that you just want to ask me. So this week we got Christine and Linda have both asked me a question about hip bursitis and getting cortisone shots for that. So let's go in there a little bit deeper. So Christine wrote, any advice for bursitis in the hip? Have been struggling with this for longer than I care to admit. I have gotten better shoes, orthotics for my CrossFit shoes, and cortisone shots. I think I heard you cringe. Sleeping is the worst. Would be interested in hearing your opinion. Thanks. And Linda also wrote, I have it too. Had one cortisone shot, worked for a couple days, and now it is horrible. Doctor said I have another shot, yay, and mentioned Celebrex or Lyrica. But I can't take any of them other NSAIDs because of my other medicine. Said there is surgery, but it's pretty rare to do it. So let's just first talk about bursitis. Anytime someone gets diagnosed with a bursitis, tendonitis, something like that, it's just a fancy way of the doctor saying, I really have no idea what the hell is going on with you. It's showing that there is some type of inflammation there and some type of swelling. We've conveniently just point at things that hurt in the body and say, that's got to be tendonitis or bursitis. You get the standard junk box diagnosis that says, lay off it, get an injection, take some pills, do this and all that. But you know what? It really doesn't work for the problem. When I hear bursitis, I think what's going on, and probably that the hip is getting overloaded. Why is that hip getting overloaded? Because all the surrounding structures aren't doing what they're supposed to, and it's causing the hip to get overworked. When the hip gets overworked, the body has an inflammatory response and starts to put more fluid, scar tissue, all sorts of things to help ease the load. A lot of times what I find with a hip dysfunction is that it's just not moving correctly, and a lot of times that's due to the adductor not functioning correctly or a problem in the actual hip capsule. One really good way to test this out on yourself is just lie on your back and grab behind your knee and try to bring your knee to your chest. You should be able to easily get your knee to your chest. If you can't do that, chances are that you do have some dysfunction in that hip capsule or the adductor. Usually it's a scar tissue buildup just from overuse, and that's causing the bursitis or the pain that you're having in the hip. no amount of orthotics, changing your shoes, changing your lifting process, anything like that will get rid of that dysfunction. It'll just continue to build up and you'll start to get more and more inflammation. Now, when I hear cortisone shot, I get pretty upset. I feel when a doctor gives a cortisone shot, it's lazy, ineffective, dangerous, and really does nothing to actually fix the problem. All it does is block the pain, but you're still having all the problems in there, so it doesn't improve function. Any treatment that just focuses on pain and doesn't improve function is dangerous. There's actually more and more studies coming out showing the actual ineffectiveness of cortisone, how it actually keeps the healing process from happening and causing you to get more and more scar tissue. So if you've had a cortisone shot, please never get another one. It's doing nothing to actually fix your problem and actually might cause more problems down the road. Basically, what I find with bursitis is it's just, like we said, that junk box diagnosis, and it's really nothing true. So try that test out on yourself and see what happens. And if it is limited, chances are you do have some dysfunction in that muscle that can be fixed by a trained practitioner who specializes in soft tissue diagnosis and treatment. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to send some comments, and we look forward to doing this every week. If you have any issues or things you want us to go over, any problems or dysfunctions you want us to talk about, please feel free to comment, send us an email, or share this with anyone else out there. We really appreciate everyone getting involved in this, and thank you.
So a couple of take homes here. Number one, just start with how you can help. So much marketing is based off of like what you do or how you do it. It's like, well, I'm certified in this and I'm this or that and I do this specialty. Nobody cares. Just really letting people know this is what I do. This is a certain problem that I fix. And then number two is just be consistent. That's the first step of marketing, is just pick up your phone, pick up your camera, talk into it and say what you can do. Like say you had somebody that just had a hamstring injury or a shoulder problem, and talk about what you just did, because there's a lot of people out there that don't really know what you do. And if you're not educating them properly, it's not going to get you to where you need to be. And lastly, just don't worry about looking dumb. Nobody really cares. We tend to think way too external of what's going on, and no one really cares. Some of the best videos and the best people that I resonate with online are just real normal people. One of my favorite people, his name's Alex Hermosi. He actually records in a closet in his penthouse apartment, and it looks like shit, but its content is really good and he's helping people. So what to do and how to just take some action with this. As soon as we get off of here, make a post this week and share it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be awful, but at least you're starting and you're getting some of those reps. Then do it again next week and again and again and again. And just start by being consistent. Pick one day a week. Be like, what, every Sunday I'm going to put a post out, and be consistent, because when you follow other people and you see their material and their content, you kind of look forward to seeing that, and you get used to seeing that. It's like, oh, Monday's here or Sunday's here, their new content is coming out. And lastly, this is something that I learned and I got burned a lot in the past, is never outsource your marketing to somebody else. I've had a couple people that I trained over the years, and they had a social media manager that did all their marketing. I'm like, that you don't even need to do that. Marketing is so important, and nobody understands the marketing better than you. And when you outsource it, they're going to give you a cookie cutter approach. You're not going to get anything that is really relevant or that's going to resonate with other people. So get out there, make some content and share some stuff, because there are people that need you. They need your help, but they just don't know that you exist. And you got to make them aware of what you do, and quit worrying so damn much about it, what it looks like. Just get the message out there. That's my video for the week. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.